Before this video gets started, I just wanted to say thank you to all channel members for supporting the channel. It truly means a lot. If you want to become a channel member, hit the link down in the description. Now, let's get on with today's video.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Pineapple Sway. Today we're going over every synergy in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I'll also be giving these synergies a grade, starting off with Finite Crisis. The first synergy is between Bane and Two-Face. I would have to give this one an S tier rank as it helps with shield harvesting and getting grenade drops, a very good one. Next we have Black Mask and Bane. I don't really think this one's all too great, and I don't even really know if it works properly. It could work now, but Craze was really bad back in Season 0. Next we have Hugo Strange and Bane. This is a pretty good one as it increases your damage against crazed enemies and could be even useful now with the Libra season. And then lastly we have Merlin and Bane, which I would probably give an A. Same thing with the Hugo Strange, A as well. Next we have Fear. I did forget one in Fear, and if I forget any in the video, feel free to drop it. But we have Scarecrow and Dr. Poison. This is probably the best synergy in the game just because of what it does. We also have Hugo Strange and Scarecrow, but I think I forgot to put it in the video. Next we have Mad Hatter and Scarecrow. I'd give this one a B. It just has a lot of words and doesn't really do enough. Not a crazy synergy, but it's a fun one. Gives you a little cool hat on your character. Next we have Dr. Psycho and Scarecrow. This one's pretty good, but I would say it's probably a B tier synergy as well. Nothing crazy. And then we have Two-Face and Scarecrow, which is Dread and Mayhem. This is pretty useful later on, I would say, in Duality, but in this season it's not all too great. Next, though, is Duality, the Two-Face theme season. This one has, I think, some pretty cool synergies. Yeah, starting off, we have Two-Face and Two-Face. This one's really good against Duality Brainiac, as it helps you punish enemies with the heads and tails feature. Next, we have Firefly and Two-Face. This one is amazing, probably the second best synergy in the game, if not one of the best. Definitely an S tier synergy in my opinion. Plus, anything related to Firefly is just very good in this game. Next, we have Heatwave and Two-Face, probably an A tier synergy. It basically gives you this flaming aura, and it's pretty cool. And then lastly, we have Two-Face and Two-Face, which I may have already mentioned, but that's all we have for Duality. Next on the list, and like what I said, if I forget one, just please put it in the comment section. So next we have Frozen Hearts, all of the synergies in Frozen Hearts. It was hard to go back and find these, but first we have Killer Frost and Parasite. Not the best synergy. I would give it a B+. And then we have Reverse Flash and Killer Frost. This one's actually amazing for Joker, so I would put it in the S tier of villain synergies. I got a little confused though with Killer Frost. I could have sworn that she synergized with Heatwave and Two-Face, but I guess not. She synergizes with Firefly though. This is also another good synergy. Probably I would say an A or B tier synergy. And then she also synergizes with the Philosopher's Stone Shard. This one is nothing crazy, but it's decent. The Philosopher's Stone Shard, the corrupted version, is pretty good, so that's a decent synergy to have with Killer Frost. And like what I said, Parasite. Next, we're moving on to the Captain Cold season. This one took forever to find because I didn't really have any Captain Cold items to put this together. So it was also hard trying to figure out who does Captain Cold even synergize with, because this is the season I played the least. First we have Captain Cold and Golden Glider. I don't really think any of Captain Cold's synergies are all that crazy. I do like Trickster's synergy though. Trickster basically gives you a 5,000% damage boost to grenade damage, so that's really good. And then he synergizes with like what I said, Golden Glider, as I already mentioned. And then he also synergizes with the Mirror Master. There might be someone else on this list, but I'm not entirely sure since I played this season the least. Next, moving on, we have Thieves, the Catwoman theme season. The synergies with Catwoman are pretty interesting. I literally found out today that she synergized with Roulette. So first she synergizes with Black Mask. Not the best synergy. I would say this is probably a C tier synergy. Then she synergizes with Dr. Phosphorus. Same thing, probably C tier. Although the Dr. Phosphorus gun is very good. And then she synergizes, she doesn't synergize with Two-Face, but she synergizes with Roulette, like what I said, which is crazy, but she also synergizes with Ratcatcher, which is, you can get a Ratcatcher melee. The Roulette synergy, I didn't even know it existed, so I have yet to try. I don't even know. And yeah, lastly is Ratcatcher on the list for thieves. Next we have Scoundrels. The synergies stay the same from episode 1, 2, and 3, or season 0, season 1, episode 1, and season 2, or season 1, episode 2. But the only synergies that were added were Riddler synergies. So the Riddler grenade synergizes with Bane, Scarecrow, and Two-Face, and so on and so forth. I don't really think any of these Riddler synergies are anything too crazy or anything special. So like I wouldn't really worry about it, but they're cool to have and could be unique. Under the right play style, if you will. Next, we have the Gorilla Grodd season. Once again, he synergizes with Brain, Dr. Psycho, and the Brain synergy I would say is pretty good. Dr. Psycho is pretty good. Then he synergizes with Ninth, the Ninth Silver Traversal, and then lastly he synergizes with the Turtle, which I would say this synergy with him and Turtle is useless because you're never standing still in Suicide Squad. Last but not least is the Libra season Balance. He synergizes with Doc Savani, which I would say this is probably one of the best synergies this episode. Also synergizes with Talia al Ghul. Another decent synergy because you get shield, but with the Libra set bonus, I don't know. He synergizes with Two-Face as well, which is interesting. This is, I would say, a pretty good synergy, especially for Libra. And then lastly, he synergizes with Vandal Savage, another great synergy. So Libra out of them all probably has the best synergies, so yeah, save the best for last. And that concludes all of the synergies in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing.